Where's speaker?
And side 11. You
I got 1 minute. Call to order the meeting of the City of Hayes for December 8th, 2025, and we'll call to order City Secretary. You may start.
Cynthia,
Tony on this.
Tom Lemon.
Rose McFogle, Candace Blake, Christina Brown.
Lydia Bryan Bucket.
And Harvey Davis. I'm not sure why we do that, but we do.
All councils. Make it official.
That somebody was here voting.
Pledge allegiance to the flag, the United States of America. And to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Does anybody have a comment? I do, but. That's it.
Okay.
I'm officially announcing that I will not seek re-election on the May election. You know, the mayor is up for election. I will not be a candidate. I will not say yes to any petition, begging.
Are you sure?
Well, bribery.
I also want to say that if the mayor pro tem files for the office of mayor, she will have my 100% support. Put a sign in my yard. I will walk the streets with her if she wants. She will, if she files, she'll make and wins, she'll make a super duper mayor. She's got lots of talents. She's real detail oriented. She looks beyond what people say and right and everything. It's a big help to me. So I hope that she applies to be the mayor. So that's my big announcement. My next announcement is that I think I talked last meeting about cities getting about 3 or 4 cities getting letters from the Attorney General saying you didn't file your audit in time, which is 6 months from the year end, and so you can't raise your tax rate. That's kind of the penalty of using no new tax rate. And so we got a open records request from the Attorney General. That was basically, you have 2 options. You could fill out this online form and send it to them, or you could do an open records information, and there was a lot more on there than the online thing. So you're encouraged to do the online thing. So we did talk to our lawyer, and we did submit that right away, which included a copy of our audit and saying that our audit was was filed with the city secretary on April 27th, I believe, which is it's 27 days beyond the 6-month period. So I don't know if the Attorney General is going to do anything about it or not. I looked at 2 cities, one Odessa. They had online their FY 23 audit, and it was signed in May of 2025. So they were way late. And I looked at the city of Tom Bean, which is a smaller city like us, of course, larger than we are. Everybody is. And they had the most recent one they had was FY 2021, and it was in September 2025. So they far exceeded this 6-month period. And I think the audit and the article in the Texas Municipal League is, there's a shortage of CPA firms that do these audits within 6 months. So, anyway, I just want you all to be aware of that issue. I also wanted to be aware of that issue that the mayor of Uline was arrested for misappropriating public
Mhm.
fiduciary responsibility of public funds.
Where's Uline? Oh, Oakland.
Susan,
It's between,
Cities.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
my
they're on,
God.
Just the east of.
the DA of Caldwell County was the one that filed it.
Oh,
Because they're in Hayes and Caldwell County and they got lots of development and they generate a lot of money and they're supposed to, I think they have 1,500 people, but projections are they'll have like 18 or 20,000 people in the near future. So it's a growing city and in the newspaper articles, both the mayor pro tem and I looked at the articles and it was not clear exactly what she's accused of doing. They're just gonna have a fair there and they hired an outside vendor and paid the vendor money. So I don't know, that's quite what was done that might be a crime. But anyways,
it was $150,000 to $250,000.
gosh.
The
That's
felony
not a little
facing 2 to 20 years.
Oh, my gosh.
They've already
So-
involved their.
so I do want to remind everybody that we're having the employee appreciation lunch at Boone.
Boone Park.
Same one we had.
I think it's working.
Yeah, same one we had.
Is it Boone Park?
We leave here at 11 o'clock and get there 11:15 or so. And last year it was real nice and so we want to send our employees home happy and grateful and they're so lucky to work for us. All that stuff. Then the water rate, last meeting, you approved the water increase. And there was, I didn't go over this last meeting, I don't think. There was a resident in Elliott Ranch, according to somebody that I talked with in Elliott Ranch, is sort of a Mr. Know-it-all, I guess, kind of attitude, but he told the Elliott Ranch HOA that the city, because the residents of Elliott Ranch are not within the city of Hayes, that we had to get approval from an outside government agency, mainly the Texas Water Development Board, to increase our rates, and that we couldn't increase our rates without their approval. And so I did, of course, panic, and we've increased the rates. This is the third year in a row. We couldn't, and would go retroactive and refund. It would be a terrible thing. But I did, of course, immediately contacted our attorney, and he assured me that we're doing everything correctly. And they can protest the rate if 10% of the residents Elliott Ranch protests the increase of the rates, then there is a process to determine whether our rates are appropriate or not. And that's why we kind of raised the rates so modestly. But again, we're at the lower end. We've had a lot of expenses, which I explained last time. So lastly, sort of my favorite subject, college football. Texas State did win their last 3 games, and they ended up with 6 wins. And with 6 wins, you can go to a bowl, and they're gonna play Rice. Rice in the bowl in Fort Worth, and Rice, if you recall, Rice used to be a national power when we had the Southwest Conference before certain parties destroyed it. And Rice,
We shall remain.
Rice is, you know, of all the teams that were in the original Southwest Conference, only Rice has not gone to what's called the Power Four Conference. And, because they're the smallest, I believe they still are, the smallest Division I school in the country. The 2,000 students. They've always had a challenge. But Texas State plays Rice. Of course, we'll kind of root for both of them. I always like Rice has won one national championship. That was in baseball. Baseball, they had a wonderful manager and they won baseball about 10 years ago.
They have a great band.
They have
Yeah,
a great band.
I just,
Yeah.
they were a really
Mob,
good band. The Mob, yeah.
And they're the #1 academic school in Texas.
Oh, they are smart. My nephew goes there.
I have a niece
Very
and nephew that both got law. degrees, but one-
Yeah. They got tons of money too,
Mhm.
so. You get into the NIL in a big way, and you become a big power, but I don't think they wanted to. Anyways, let's do, that's mine. I didn't mention our favorite ones because it's kind of been sad for both of them.
Yeah.
It's gonna be A&M, but
We're in Michigan now.
I wanted A&M.
Yeah,
SMU beat,
they played Michigan, they did a good game.
Baylor?
no, SMU beat A&M in basketball. Yes, sir.
SMU's had a pretty good year.
Harvey, are you gonna continue doing our, what am I gonna say,
Treasurer.
treasury? Yeah, you still doing that?
I feel like. it.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Huh? Yeah, I meant to say that too.
We got
I
kids
have
on football.
promoted, I'm sorry, Christine. I've promoted you to city manager and congratulations. And Christine has done a super job and she's taken over lots of things that I have done when I was your treasurer. So she's almost city manager, treasurer / treasurer. So she is now the city manager.
All right.
It's like,
Instead of assistant.
Yeah.
Right.
So we go to Christine, to you.
We're all,
Ever.
we're all your boss.
very well.
But we're all pretty nice bosses. So moving on to item 4A. Take action to approve minutes for the meetings on July 14. And November 5. And I think the July 14th was it emailed to people?
Mhm.
Yeah, so hopefully you've had a chance to look at it. So I would entertain a motion to approve it unless you want to read the July 14 more.
Oh. A motion that we approve it?
The second,
Can I add a footnote for that?
Yes, you may.
We wanna, our apologies, the July minutes were never late, but on that day we had technical difficulties. Our laptop, that's why we had to get a new laptop, was down. And I made minimal recordings as much as I could and then just went to pen and paper. So I had to go back to the recordings to do it. And so now Christine was able to finish. Yeah, and that day they were both out. Christine had an emergency and Cynthia was out as well. So, well, they're done. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Y'all
you.
did a
for your-
good job.
All in favor? That passes by unanimous vote. Receive and take action to approve financial reports. Sorry, I didn't say reports for October and November 2025. I'm not gonna say anything about October, that's old news, but I did want to point out that November you know, this for 2 months, October and November, and our cumulative income is a little over $21,000. And just, you know, we have deposits from water customers. And, which is, it used to be $100 a customer. And now it's $200, so some are one, like I'm 100, because I got 30 years. So, but
Deposits. Oh, the,
this is what we owe people, you know, if they move, then they get their deposit back. So it's 70,559, it's a pretty number. And then our accounts receivable, this is what people owe us for their water bills. And because, you know, they get their water bills towards the end of the month, so most people hadn't paid it by the time the month ends, and so it's 29,893. So,
may I ask a question?
yes, you may.
You mentioned the deposits. Is that fund water revenue and deposits? Because at 93 homes, even if it's at $200, it's about
No, it's Elliott Ranch.
the Elliott Ranch and the city. So how many homes total?
About 300.
300 homes total.
Yeah. See, that's what she's,
That's $60,000 at 300 homes at 200 apiece.
Yeah, but some are $100.
We still have more.
Have they always been 200?
No, I'm overestimating at 200
Okay.
instead of 100.
Huh.
So we're over, even at 200 apiece, we're over to $10,559. I'm just wondering, are there any other funds in that account? Or?
no, we have
All
a separate,
deposits?
it's not shown on here,
Are there any other?
look into it.
Is it interest bearing?
I don't have a, I can't.
There might be some interest added into that, to the deposit amount, or is it just held?
No, we don't
Son of a-
add interest.
I mean, interest in the account it's being held in. Is the bank paying interest on that money?
No,
Okay.
Well-
That's what I meant.
it's just commingled with all the city's money.
Oh.
So yes,
Somewhat.
it's just,
Yeah.
if it's in taxable, which
Right.
most of it is.
Could that account for 14 or 10,000? No.
Because we don't add it to that account.
Right.
So, I can't answer your question, but I'll obviously look into it. So right now, we have in cash and money market, 1,915,000. So it's building up a little bit, and our water rates come through, because we're gonna generate. Our water rates were increased more this time than in the last 2 years, so. Hopefully we can put away more money. So that's my report.
Thank you.
Any questions? Okay, item 4B, receive and take action to approve financial.
Sure.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What?
The financial reports?
Okay, we,
The way it's written.
yeah. Anybody want to approve it?
I'll make a motion that we approve the financial report for October and November. A second.
All in favor? Thank you. Unanimous vote. Discuss and take appropriate action on requests to approve final financial report for FY 25. And this one, this report here is what we give the auditor. And so when they finish the audit and they prepare a report, then of course I compare what we gave them with what they have, and hopefully it's the same. Last year it was, so it's sort of in how well we did. So for the year ending September 30th, we took in $524,000. So that's That's the money we're responsible to manage. We have fiduciary responsibilities. We spent $438,000, nearly $439,000 dollars. You know, this is not cash in and cash out. Because we have depreciation as part of this figure. Stuff like that, and accounts receivable, accounts payable. And our ending fund balance is $2,694,000, which, as you can see, is a lot more than the cash. So this fund balance includes our fixed assets, which is our, this building, and all the water equipment and everything like that. So it's the cash, basically it's the cash plus that, plus the depreciation. So this is the report. And we do this, you can see in this report, it separates the water and the government. And we're going to work, or at least mainly our city manager is going to work to try to program QuickBooks to where we can, when we produce a monthly one, we will have that separated. And that way we can give monthly reports that will show water and government separate, because it's like we have two entities.
Are we switching to revenue minus billable hours?
What?
Are we switching to revenue minus billable hours? So that's how we're gonna track it?
We allocate certain common expenses by an estimate percentage, yeah. Usually 1/3 government, 2/3 water. On a lot of, some of them are actual, like utilities. The utility bills, we can tell which are water, which are government. So and it would probably require like analyzing the engineer invoice and the legal invoice, which is water and which is, so it would require sort of making a little worksheet. So it would be, you know, additional work, but I think it might be worth it.
We do something similar for PGMS's voice. We break
That's
it
right.
down with name the city as rated and coloring it red.
That's right. That's right. So any questions on the final financial report for FY 25? Somebody likes to do this?
I'm just found a motion to approve. The financial report for 2025.
Ms. Rose, I second.
All in favor? Thank you. It passes by unanimous vote. For D, receive presentation concerning the May 2026 city election and city secretary. You have the floor.
You want me to go up there?
You can go here or up there, whatever you come.
Okay, well, it's gonna be Saturday, May 2nd, 2026. And there's 3 positions. Mayor, incumbent Harvey Davis, it will not.
I'm not gonna file.
No. Council member place 2, incumbent Rose McCorkle, and place 3, Tony Valdez. And applications can be picked up at the city hall between Monday and Thursday, 10 to 2. And I'll be available to notarize for y'all this year. Filing period is open 7:30 a.m. Wednesday, January 14th through February 13th to 5 p.m. Applications received after this date will not be considered. And eligibility is U.S. citizen. Are y'all 18 years or older?
No.
Fairly made.
No final judgment indicating totally mentally incapacitated or partially mentally incapacitated. Maybe, no final felony, no felony. Resident continuously in Texas for 12 months, all y'all are. And then City of Hayes for 6 months. And a registered voter for City of Hayes. And the information can be found on cityofhayes.org, Facebook, City of Hayes, Texas, and Hayes Happening. You can find it all. And you've got a copy of the application in your.
So on Friday, I'm sorry. Oh, on Friday, the last day, so are we just gonna be open at it? Because I didn't say anything on the Hayes Happening. I just said that we'd be open to accept those applications on Friday, but I didn't. We just gonna go like between 4 and 5.
Normally we come in that last hour,
Yeah.
4 to 5. On
Yeah.
on the deadline day.
Oh.
When I, maybe the next Hayes Happenings, I'll put in that, they can call and get more, because they
Do
might
you want me,
not be able to do
do
it.
you want me to stay all day?
No.
Or come back?
You don't have to do that. I just, if they can't do it at that time and they want to bring it some other time on Friday, they might need to call.
Oh, they gotta do it before 5.
It has to be before 5.
Oh, that has to be.
Let's let Rhoda, she's asking to be ready.
My understanding is anytime between January, whatever you just.
14th,
and
February 13th.
during the office hours, 10 or to 2 or whatever it is, anyone could come file.
Mhm.
That's just the last day to file. Right.
Right.
Hopefully they'll have already done it.
Yeah, I believe we had to post the office hours, so people know. And it may be a good thing if you do stay till 5 o'clock
On that Friday?
on last day, because
Okay.
we do want to be,
Or just come.
have the opportunity.
Stop on Friday.
Oh, that's
It's
right.
off
I'm
on
off
Friday.
on-
But you can just come back with, are we gonna do that final hour or the whole?
Okay, thanks.
What's your preference?
I don't know, I didn't talk about that, but let me say one more thing.
Sure.
Let me see. I'm sorry, go ahead.
With the hours?
That those office hours were posted at Hayes Happening. But
Yeah.
they were there on the most recent, so
I've
I
got-
feel confident that that's been.
There's one up there. He's happenings up there.
We won't have it. The next Hayes Happenings will be. I don't know.
January?
Yeah, it'll be, well, hopefully it won't go in,
The end of January?
yeah, toward the end of the year, I guess after the January. Well, no. Oh, it'll be after the 5-1. Yeah, it'll be the January one, so it should be out early in January. Or the end of December. So there'll be one more Hayes Happenings before the deadlines, or maybe even 2.
Before the start.
So we can be more specific.
Dean, I'm sorry, go ahead, finish.
My question is, remember the problem the problem we had with the person that they claimed and put it into the mailbox.
Right.
Are we gonna say that they have to come in person, right?
Yes.
I didn't put that in because we hadn't talked about it, but they should come in person.
I need to.
In person
Have to
only.
witness. Well, they have to.
Yes.
Yes, you have to witness it anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, Christine has a floor.
I was just gonna follow up and you mentioned the announcement. I also want to share that it's on our boards. Like Cynthia mentioned, it's on our website and it's on Facebook. But I think specifying in person.
Yes,
So
Tony.
last time I applied for that, I had to come in and they had to timestamp it
Right.
and then. So you had to come in person, timestamp
Notarize.
between those hours, notarized it.
What's the timestamp? Notary?
And when you write down, you put a time,
Notary.
make sure that before 5 o'clock.
Yeah, the person has to be a voter in the city. Time they file or at time the filing period starts. Because that was.
Registered voter in the City of Hayes.
So there also is a problem for or that actually the person had registered, but they didn't have it yet as a county, you know, they couldn't validate that.
We can check it online.
Because it takes.
We can check them online. You can check active status
They
online.
put online when they receive.
Oh, I think you have to work it out. I mean, if they can apply and they say they're registered, you take, they get a voting card or something, but after the secretary reviews it and before she notarizes it, you gotta check that they're voters registered by computer or otherwise.
People register when they move, you know, and they change their address and their father's life or something, but a lot of people just send in a card
But
and
if
by
that's
mail.
6 months,
You
you
don't know.
have to have 6 months residency prior to the election, so that's plenty of time.
Rose has the floor.
When I moved here recently and re-registered to vote, there were some elections I was not allowed to vote on in this county because I was not a resident of this county long enough. I could do the state stuff, but not the county. So those kind of things are, I mean, they told me that when I went and did my registration. They said, okay, you can't vote in these county elections because you haven't been here long enough. But you can still vote in all the states.
We didn't have that issue in an election where someone was not registered to vote in the city of Hayes, was not eligible to partake in the election, but took in the election, won the election by 1 vote. So that makes it very difficult
Yeah.
for candidates and to encourage people to apply.
They made it very
Play by the
clear to
rules.
me when I went and changed my registration. They were very explicit, explained all of it and why. So I'm just saying there's not much excuse to not know that. They explained it to me.
They also have really updated programs now at the county to take care of all of that.
Mhm.
Anything else anybody has to say on this important issue? Then we'll move on to item 4E. Take appropriate action on request to approve an agreement with Hayes CISE to hold a joint election in certain precincts on May 2nd, 2026. This is the same agreement that we executed, that we've done many years. It saved the city more or less $1,000 whenever we have a contested election. And it's always worked out good. I know our friend, what's his name?
Tim, yeah.
Tim. Probably would have been here, but they're holding their.
It's really
tonight, too. So I would encourage people, I would encourage the council to approve this agreement.
Make a motion to approve the agreement?
Second it.
Any questions, comments, all in favor? Passes by unanimous vote. We have that agreement, let me just sign it right away. You have to attest it. Can I have borrow your pen?
Yes.
This is the 8th day of December. Okay, if you'll attest it, then we'll get that to the city, the town.
So I do it right here.
Item 4F, review and take appropriate action on request to approve the proposed 2026 holiday schedule. I think that was in your backup, and this is the same same holidays as we approved last year, may be on a different day, of course. So, yes, do you have a question?
Yeah, we only have 1 day holiday for Christmas. We have 2 days, right?
You don't get Christmas Eve. Or New Year's Eve.
Yeah, well,
You don't get that all.
It's up to the council.
Be nice.
Would you like to make a suggestion for this list?
A motion for to include the 24th, the Christmas holiday, and the 25th.
Why don't you make a motion to approve the schedule, but adding the nature?
What day of the week is it on?
It's on,
yes, the 25th.
it's on a Wednesday. No, Friday,
Thursday.
December This is the 26th.
No,
For next year.
Oh, yeah, be Thursday,
Thur-
Thursday and Friday. Yeah. Make a motion to add the 24th of December, the Christmas holiday,
And to approve the rest of the schedule.
and to approve the rest of the schedule.
Do we have a second?
I second the.
All in favor?
Board.
Passes by unanimous. Aren't you all happy?
Yeah, one minute.
Who's seconded?
So you're off Christmas Eve.
Oh, Tom.
Oh, Tom did.
So you'll have Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
Well, I just,
Good New
Travel
Year's.
somewhere there.
Absolutely.
Okay, moving on to 5G. Receive update and take appropriate action on construction of well number 3 in Country Lane. I did talk to our prior city engineer, Don Weaver, and he said he was gonna get the paperwork to TCEQ right away. So it hadn't gotten there, and we were disappointed in that, and he said it'd take 2 to 3 weeks for them to send the approval. So we're looking at maybe a month before it's approved. So that's where we are on well number 3. And then we had an invoice that he also said was appropriate to approve, $2,600 for that loud.
Who's that?
So that, he's the one that did the connection between well number 3 and the other, and yeah,
Okay.
so he's a nice guy.
Contract.
So, any questions on well number 3? Sorry, it's not. Sorry, we did a ribbon cutting about 4 months to her.
Should we do another one early when it goes live? Should we do another one?
Yeah, summer.
I got the rest of them.
I don't even put anything about it in the.
You didn't.
Ever anymore, because I.
Oh.
It was like, well, it should be on soon, you know, I said,
Like it's still coming.
We'll move to 5H, receive update and take appropriate action regarding the grant for new generators. So I executed a task order from our city engineer to begin the process of buying the generators and installing them. So that's executed that maybe a week and a half ago. So the ball's in his court. Yes, ma'am.
Is that executed with grant money? Right, we have that grant money available.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, it's a reimbursable grant, so we'll get a bill from him, and then we'll ask Tatum to reimburse us. Hopefully they will.
Thank you.
So we got our fingers crossed. Yeah, that's the task order that was in your backup. Item 5I. Receive update and take appropriate action regarding possible grant application to assist the completion of the drainage project. And we requested an update from Grantwood, then have to go back from them. We've missed a deadline, which,
I think,
yeah, like November, but you hadn't heard back. from
We haven't even been told if we missed the deadline. I asked Lori, hey, you know, is there anything else you need from us? She said no. And then I asked her again. Did we make it in time? Did the city submit an application? And she said, no, I need to ask her superiors when they can answer.
There's lots of work. Our city engineer will have to do work to update the estimates that were done way back when we applied before, like, which was like 2017. So that all that has to be
To
updated.
submit the application.
To submit an application. I mean, it's gonna have to be a different grant. that's for sure. So. And I will add this. You know, the the plan that we did back in 2016. I mean, they have the drainage canal going down Tanglewood. As you go down, it's on the right-hand side, which has tons of beautiful trees surrounding our right of way. And
Plus mine.
it's like,
Mhm. Beautiful.
yeah, I mean, it just has, we can't go down and
Take all those trees.
take all those beautiful trees down. And so we really have to change it and go on the other side of that.
Time this up to my tree.
Oh,
We're like, get in this,
also,
get out of the tree.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I was
sir.
gonna point out that, get Frontier telephone, or you're gonna put a line in there. And make sure that it's not gonna be in conflict with with the proposed drainage.
Well, that's a good point to give us, but it doesn't have anything to do with the grants, but.
That's coming up though.
But it is on the agenda. It is coming up.
Getting there.
It is, yeah. So item 5J is receive updates and take appropriate action regarding Hayes Common development application to Texas Commission on Environmental Quality to obtain permission to construct and operate a wastewater treatment facility within the city of Hayes, former ETJ. And I did talk to our attorney, like, I think on Friday, and he really didn't have any update yet regarding this, and we don't know anything yet. Yes, ma'am.
So when Josh was here last time, he told me I could email him and he would send me the attorney. So if anybody want, I think we still have time to get that attorney Victoria Rose.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I wrote her an email and I just asked her, I told her that, I would really appreciate it if they would represent me, and then I'm a donor to SOS, and so I think that's all anybody has to do.
Yeah,
She didn't answer, but I assume that she received it.
Then we have to,
that's a good idea. I'm a member of SOS too, and so
but didn't,
Uh,
excuse me,
contact her. Yes, sir.
but then we already did that. I mean,
Josh did last time, we should do that, because if you have a choice of SOS representing us, getting your own attorney, or everybody going in together and getting some really
okay,
high powered firm to
I
do
thought
it.
we already done it, no?
We have, I have asked Josh to offer SOS $5,000 as a partial contribution to be represented
That's
by SOS. And he did not give me an update on that. They had said yes, that they'd be grateful to that. Yes, ma'am.
But what Candace was referring to was for individuals.
Yes.
Yeah.
Party individuals, because the city of Hayes is already
Right.
in with SOS.
But there were individuals who were.
There are these scattered individuals who, in the Chaparral Park, people have kind of tried to get people to hire, go in with them, and I don't think they have much success even out there for when they saw how much it would probably cost. So,
And then much it would cost.
no, I didn't ask Carol
You didn't?
exactly what they thought it would cost. I mean, she just said it would be really expensive. And everyone is an affected party, which I think is y'all. I
Right,
mean, I thought I got that
We
letter.
were dropped from affected party status. We have to get a
Oh.
petition to get back in.
Y'all are affected party too, right?
Was the-
Y'all are on
Why were
are
we-
affected party status. You'll get that letter from the TCEQ,
Yeah.
We dropped us the last round.
because Linda and Jerry are, and I am,
We're closer.
and y'all are.
We were dropped in the last round.
You're probably not then. Did you apply for it?
Mm-mm.
Well, then,
Yeah, no, I
yeah,
couldn't.
then. It was a long time ago that we had.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, any other comments or questions? Thank you. Item 5K, consider and take appropriate action regarding update for Fall Dumpster Day, and this is on the agenda because I forgot to take it off.
Oh,
Let's receive an update on the
But
success
it
of
was
the day.
successful.
Also,
Yeah, So,
I thought that's what it was for.
It's to give
Yeah.
comments and feedback on it, Mayor.
so anybody else have a comment?
Yeah,
Yes,
I have a
I'm
comment.
sorry.
I want to say thank you to Tony and Rose who basically handled, oh, and Candace.
Well,
They
I
did,
don't know.
Rose could have left when I came
they
in, but
did
she
most
chose
of
to
that on
stay.
their own. They volunteered and manned both sites. So we appreciate your help.
Yeah. Yeah. Did Tony stay all 4 hours?
Yes.
Thank you, Tony.
He took his 2 and my 2.
Yeah.
He took his 2 and my 2.
I'm sure you're.
Picked on everybody
working
in.
hard.
Yeah.
I
As
was
we
on
all
safety
were.
duty.
And Hannah came and helped us.
Yeah.
She did, and Christine, picked up my coffee. I got to say about Hannah.
Right. Tom had to go.
I'm sorry that we're having a sale on that same day.
Yeah, we know that you've helped many times on that. And we recognize that was just like I was doing other work too. Yes,
I
ma'am.
have a comment. Hannah went and cleaned out all the trash.
I
that
wondered who
people
did
dump.
that.
Hannah did that herself, including a huge tire, which is behind here, and I have found someone who will take that
She
tire.
is.
And yeah, so Hannah offered to come help me load it, but if someone will help put that in the back of my car, Lamb's Automotive said that the city may put that tire behind their building and they will get rid of it.
Oh, good.
Lamb's Automotive.
We don't want to do that tonight.
Well, I can help.
Do the how, we don't have a snake in there or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, not.
yeah. Hannah said I get to smell her.
I cannot help
So
live.
somebody left the tire by the dumpster?
No, down, they
Oh.
dumping beside the road.
Oh.
Hannah went and cleaned all of those
With the-
places
Oh,
out.
There was a white box and.
Mhm.
You're right.
Full of
What
beer
did we
cans.
get there?
But Hannah deserves our appreciation
Absolutely.
because she really had to get in the briars to do it. And she brought the tire and left it here because I volunteered to take it somewhere, but I had to research first. And so I did find, I had to get a new tire. And Lamb said, oh, yeah, bring it here. I said, we're a little bitty city. What would you charge? And he said,
No worries.
bring it here.
Nice.
Just drive up and we'll let you set it out back.
That's nice.
So that,
Yeah.
I just want to let you know that.
Yeah, I'll send a thank you note to Hannah.
She went above and beyond.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's great.
She did.
Thank you.
Mm.
Thanks for that information. Anything else on dumpster day? Fortunate I left it on. Item Item 5L, receive, update, and take appropriate action regarding Frontier's plan to install fiber lanes within the city of Hayes. Tony, you have the floor.
I just want to consider that our city engineer coordinate where they can install it, so when we do the drainage, that we won't dig it up. And that's all, make sure that it's reviewed by the plants are. Okay.
That's absolutely correct and important.
Mayor Hardy, where are we in that process? I haven't seen any documents, any formal
I
documents.
haven't either.
So we're it's still premature.
Am I accurate to say, Miss City Manager, that they, Frontier is all hyper and getting stuff, and then suddenly we don't hear from them?
Yeah.
A hurry up and wait situation.
Yeah, right. Which is a typical way people deal with cities, like developers and stuff.
All right. A follow-up question.
Yes, sir.
We provide a permit or a letter saying that we approve the locations on city right away. So before they install anything, before we approve the plans, make sure our city engineer reviews it and meet from there.
It'd be a contract or something that the engineer would have, I think.
No, the engineer would look at that and make sure. He shouldn't, he has our plan and location of the, they approve it.
Well, the council could approve a little committee, which you could be on, to be our representative with our city engineer to make sure that this process goes correctly. Would you?
I can volunteer.
Okay.
That's fine.
Candace, in to protect your
And
trees?
this-
Do you have interest in joining that?
I guess I maybe, yeah. So what are we gonna do? Just wait until Frontier? sees
Well, to
something?
Frontier presents a plan and have a meeting with their city engineer and
And,
share our concerns, and then we can discuss.
and we'll,
How many people would you like to serve?
just the two. Whenever we get information from either and our city engineer, Frontier, then that will be forwarded on to you too. So you'll be in the loop. So,
I need to know that anyway for the Christine's letter.
Right,
what?
Christine will send it to them,
Yeah,
yes.
right.
to Candace and Tim.
Yeah. And I know that there's an old email from, a good email from the city engineer to Frontier about what they needed to do,
Yeah.
like the flyers and all that
Mhm.
stuff. And if you could find that and kind of forward it to them so they're a little, know what's being done. But it's a little old now.
Right.
That's our latest.
Right, yeah, I did
But-
wanna share that, I know you mentioned having the city engineer review those plans. Our city engineer has reviewed the preliminary plans, and then he did respond with some directives for Frontier about, that. Them having to inform any residents, before any installation happened. So they have reviewed preliminary project details, but we haven't had any other information from Frontier since.
Okay. I see.
And I think that from interpreting the city engineers, that he's done this before and he kind of knows
Yes,
what he needs to
Mhm.
ask for. And so I think that's what will be
I
helpful.
have a question. These fiber lines, so we've already got, I guess, with Spectrum, we already have them. So there's gonna be a whole separate set of fiber lines from Frontier. How does that work together?
they could be in,
Wait a minute, did you have a comment?
Tony, do you want to do the right of way question utility, or do you want me to take?
you can take it.
Normally, the easement, if an easement was provided or what have you, the utility, we only have so many feet of land in the right of way to provide utility coverage, so. The Spectrum has their color coded lines, the Frontier will come in with theirs, and they'll be housed maybe adjacent to one another. And then they don't commingle, and they have to be careful not to interfere with each other's lines, because then whoever does that has to pay the other. And so if we already have a franchise fee, if we're earning money from that, then we would also from the other, but at this point, I think it's all pretty premature because we don't have. Consideration, we need contracted money and we don't have either one.
Go ahead.
Well, I think it's worth looking into. I don't believe that Spectrum's lines are fiber optic lines.
I don't think they are.
There might not be.
Right,
Mhm.
It's just
Yeah,
a
they're all-
line encased.
Right,
they're on the telephone.
yeah.
Right.
The lines are different.
So fiber, if
They're up high.
It never worked.
No,
There all the
it
time.
was
Seems like
storms
they're
or
doing stuff.
Wait a minute.
anything.
Yeah.
my impression is that the fiber lines, it will be a tremendous improvement. People will be very happy because
Yeah.
that's what they say on Nextdoor, and Nextdoor is all right.
Oh,
But people talk about it and they just think, oh God, it's so much better. We never have any problem.
Wow, that would be nice.
We're so glad we got rid of Spectrum. Yes, ma'am.
I was in the first neighborhood in Austin that got Google Fiber,
Oh.
and it really did make a difference. So just saying,
Yeah.
we were I was in East Austin, we were one of the first neighborhoods, and it was great.
is it because it's buried in the ground?
Yeah.
And it's not, because
No weather doesn't affect.
the weather doesn't affect it.
Fiber go below,
Barbara,
fiber go below and not above on the line.
can I speak?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the fiber actually goes underground, but you have to have a manhole or storage unit, and usually they're pretty big and they take a lot of room in the right of way. So if they're gonna install a manhole or something that is 4 feet by 5 feet, and you're gonna sink it in the right of way, it's gonna take a lot of space. That's why you gotta be careful, and we're gonna come through with the drainage construction. And they might have to move or relocate it, or one of the things you have to do, and it takes about a year to move a fiber optic line. So, and it costs a lot of money for them, or we're not gonna pay it, so we gotta be careful. That's why our committee or our concern would be the construction of the drainage and where they're gonna place the right of way lane and the trees. How many trees we're gonna save and where we can move them. Because I saw the preliminary plans and they were in the middle of between the pavement and the fence. They were 5 feet away, so that's too far. You know, so I'm waiting for city engineer so we can have the meeting and see where we can do to save our trees and plan for the future drainage structure. Construction is gonna go on.
Okay, thank you very much.
Mayor,
Yes.
thank you. Do we have a proposal from Frontier at this point?
No.
Nothing.
Not to my knowledge.
Do we have anything?
We have, like I said, we have preliminary project details of what it would look like.
They provided for us?
Yes, that our city engineer reviewed.
Did they apply for a permit? It's a cost for review and everything else. We get a check from them?
No.
Not yet.
They're supposed to submit something once you submit a preliminary stuff. We gotta look into it.
Yeah, we know. Anything else? Item 5M, receive update and take appropriate action regarding Carpenter Ranch LLC. I don't have an update. Anybody?
You're calling this Carpenter Ranch out here, this road?
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the road.
Yes.
No, have you walked the project?
No, I haven't.
Not yet.
The thing that possibly be a big Serenity
Well,
here.
they're digging out their pond, their lake.
Yeah. Did you have a question, Tony?
Yeah,
Sorry.
I guess I have to go to TCEQ and ask for one of those, what do you call it? Letters for what they inspected, what they see. Sometime last month, the gate was open, so I drove in a little way. And the silt fin only stretches around the bend. After that, they don't have anything. And they're just digging on the grass and they're filling the drainage, the natural drainage with dirt and dropping the pipe in there. I was gonna take pictures, but I was scared it was gonna catch me. So
Trespasser.
I was a trespasser, so go from there.
Ah.
But I wanted to call TCQ and have them provide information or something.
Was that very far in?
It's around the bend. Once you stop seeing around the bend, yes, all the way it goes, the construction goes all the way and farther in.
So the part where they have the pond and where they're gonna do all loud music and people are gonna be screaming, yelling. That's gonna be far away from the back of my house.
Pretty close.
Pretty close. No, I don't know. I have to see and wait.
Are Jacob and Julia's house?
And they're saying they're digging a 3-acre pond, so it's take a lot of water and
Where's the water gonna come from?
yeah, they're gonna pump it out of the ground. So, but last I heard, they didn't have a water permit, so I don't know what's happened to that.
I think the pond is close enough.
We'll see what happens.
Okay.
That's all we have. folks.
Right.
Thank you.
I'd like to file a motion to adjourn. 7:28 PM.
All in favor of adjourning? Thank you all.
Man.
1 hour.
That was so fun.
Good job, Aaron.
Good job. Keeping us on track.
Yeah, we're all.
Tom,